Welcome to CNAS Transfer Tales, an oral history of the transfer student experience at the UC Riverside College of Natural and Agricultural Sciences. My name is Amanda, and I am a biochemistry major who transferred to CNAS from San Bernardino Valley and Riverside City Colleges. So I grew up in San Bernardino, born and raised there. My whole family's from there for a few generations now. I went to elementary school in San Bernardino, but then I ended up going to a private school in Redlands for high school. When I was a kid, I was really interested in the medical field, sort of like the sciences and stuff. My mom started going to nursing school when I was about 11 or 12. So watching her go through that, and she would watch all the medical shows, on TLC and stuff. And we watched Grey's Anatomy together. So that kind of, drove me towards the sciences and started my interest in science. Yeah, I love Grey's Anatomy. We started watching it when it like first started on TV, and then we're still watching it to this day because it's still going. None of the original cast is in there. I think maybe one or two people are left, but yeah, we still watch it. So I started off at San Bernardino Valley College. And my goal right out of high school was to go to nursing school, like my mom. And then I started taking, the bio classes, the anatomy classes, and the microbiome classes. And they were all geared towards nursing students. So you kind of just get an intro into all these subjects. After taking a few of those classes, I realized, I want to know more. I want to be more in depth with some of these subjects, especially my bio and chem classes and stuff like that. I'd really love that stuff. So that's when I kind of started to reconsider, maybe I want to go into more academia type thing, research oriented field. So then I kind of decided that route, and then I went to RCC to finish up my last few classes before I transferred. Because RCC had a little bit more of the resources I was looking for. And that kind of started my transition. So it was when I was at RCC, in my bio class, Elizabeth Jimenez, the transfer success coordinator, came to speak to my class, share some resources and stuff about UCR, about, for transfer students. And it was actually Liz that kind of put UCR more on my radar. I obviously had heard of it because, born and raised in the IE, you know about UC Riverside. But Liz was so welcoming and friendly and approachable. And it seemed like she really cared about transfer students and our success. So after that presentation, I kind of hung around after class, and I went up to her and I talked to her. And she kind of just shared about the people there and kind of the experiences and stuff. And that's what really kind of put UCR on my radar as okay, I'm really seriously considering this school. Liz was a huge driving factor in that. She was really helpful in applying and everything like that. But really it was the sense of community that I got from here. I attended a couple, I think it was Highlander Day, and a couple of the other events like that, that they have, to come check out the school. And everybody was so helpful. And was willing to answer my questions, and nobody made it seem like, kind of get out of here with quickly type of thing. Everybody was really cared about, what decisions I made and what path I was going on, and wanted to hear my story and ask me questions and stuff. I didn't really have that experience when I was interacting with some of the other schools and the people that I was considering. My first year as a transfer student was overwhelming, but in a good way, I would say. When you get here, it's so much bigger than a community college. And there's so many more things to get involved in, and resources and opportunities, and everything is just kind of thrown at you all at once when you get here. And it's really, really exciting, but it's also a little bit overwhelming. So I kind of spent my first year figuring out, what communities I want to jump into, what resources I want to tap into, what things I want to take advantage of, and making those decisions, and kind of setting myself up for my future here. I am involved in CNAS Science Ambassadors. It is a program where we represent CNAS at official campus events, so we're kind of the face of CNAS in a way. We also do a lot of K through 12 outreach at the local schools around Riverside. I am also a CNAS Transfer Connections peer mentor. That program is run by Liz Jimenez, the Transfer Success Coordinator that I mentioned earlier. And we help ease the transition for incoming transfer students. Like I mentioned before, it's overwhelming coming here, all the resources and stuff that you have available to you, and learning how to navigate all that, how to access them. So that's what we're here for, to share our experience with you and help guide you so you don't feel you're alone in all of this. I would describe CNAS as diverse, community-driven, and dynamic. So, like I mentioned a little bit before, people are really welcoming and inclusive. They're willing to interact with you in a way that feels genuine. And people will take the time, both staff, faculty, and students will take the time to answer your questions. If you feel lost about something or confused about something, and you go to ask about it, that they really care, and they're really willing to help, and people go out of their way to help you. They don't just throw the obvious answer at you and kind of brush you off type of thing. People will take the time to make sure you get the resources you need and get the help that you need to be successful. The community I've built here, and yeah, when I got here, it was daunting and overwhelming, but I was able to find some friends that have similar interests. Some of us are the same major. Finding other people in my classes and stuff that are kind of going through the same thing as me, but being able to have a support system like that and being able to build that support system here has been the best thing ever. If I could do one thing differently in regards to my transfer experience, I would put myself out there more pre-transfer. It took me a long time to access my resources and kind of figure out who to ask and who to go to and stuff. So accessing my resources quicker and more efficiently. When I was doing this whole experience, I don't think there was a lot of stuff like this, like this podcast, for example, and all these things. So being able to do this now and for future transfer students is really cool. My advice for prospective transfer students is talk to people. Don't just kind of look up things online at schools you're interested in. That's really important too, but reach out to the people that are there. That's the only way you're going to get a sense of what it's like to be there. Start tapping into whatever resources you can at the schools you're interested in. Like I mentioned before, UCR is really welcoming. The people here are really willing to answer your questions and give you genuine answers. So take advantage of that, and visit, if you can, physically, visit the campus and get a sense of what it's like here, and see if it's right for you. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and go for your goals. There are so many resources and so many people that are willing to support you and guide you, and mentors and stuff. So go out there and access that and be successful. My name is Amanda, and you've been listening to CNAS Transfer Tales.